OMG, that's the same weekend as my Super Saturday. And I try to be really respectful of my sister's time because I don't want to take her away from her family because I get it, right? And I know that she's not here to like work, so, quote unquote work. But I thought, I know that she loves to speak to you guys. I know she loves to share her knowledge. I know she loves to teach. And so I popped the question and said, would you mind showing up to our Super Saturday? And so that's when this isn't working, or Facebook isn't working anymore, Instagram isn't working anymore, nobody wants to buy this anymore, it's harder now. No, it's different. It's different now. And most people don't get it. They don't get it. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies today. They're going to make a huge difference in what you're doing in social media. Because y'all, this is what I study. You think that I work on fitness all day long? I don't. My job, my business, you are coaches, you have distributorships. My business is teaching people how to build a business in social media. It is my job to know what works and what doesn't work. For this network marketing organization, for other network marketing organizations, for gyms, for chiropractors, for doctors, for lawyers, it's all the same. And I'm going to share those 3 strategies with you, okay? But let me start by saying this. I'll cut to the chase. What was working in 2016 isn't working in 2017 because everybody, including your freaking grandma, is on Facebook and every other social media platform. So when it was new, we're still doing the things that we were doing like 4 and 5 years ago. But it don't work no more. It doesn't work. And the good news is, the best news of all, is you no longer need a huge following. You no longer need to worry about likes. Isn't that good news to you? Yeah, it should be. What you need is a relationship. You need 1 or 2 people to connect with. That's about it. What we used to teach, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with the term, is attraction marketing. Attraction marketing. But what attraction marketing has turned into is the art of repelling people. So, if I'm interested in buying a car, and I walk into a car dealership, how many of you bought a car in the last 5 to 10 years? Was it a pleasant experience? Okay. If I walk in to buy a car and somebody makes a beeline for me, right? What's already happening to your emotion? Tell me. They're just trying to help. Why do you feel that way? Why? But you came there to buy something, so why are you so annoyed? What if they're just coming towards you and they're just telling you have a nice outfit? Why are you so annoyed?
Because that's the way it's been forever.
What's the way it's been?
It's impersonal.
They're not even being pushy. They're just being super friendly. Just super friendly.
It's impersonal.
Is it because you know they want to sell you? Yeah. It's just that, right? It's just, I know you want to sell me, you son of a. You're like, yeah, I know you. How do you feel when a very nice young man knocks on your door on a Saturday afternoon and asks you if you have a moment? How do you feel? How do you feel? Be honest. How do you feel when someone knocks on your door on a Saturday afternoon and asks you if you have a moment? Annoyed. Are you angry? Are you like, how dare you? Even if they're selling something you need, you're like, oh, that's the car wash I go to every single week, and you're trying to offer me a discount on a Saturday? Rude. I am right in the middle of a Snapchat rant, and you're knocking on my door, and it says no solicitors. Rude. But it's because we're repelled when we know just the mere fact. It doesn't matter how nice you are, how helpful you are. If I know you want to sell me, you need to get the hell away from me. Am I right?
Yes.
So, how many of you are familiar with other the names of other network marketing organizations? Raise your hand if you know at least one. Raise your hand. So every hand should go up. So if you are like kind of interested in a post that somebody has, and then you click on their Instagram feed, and you go on their Instagram feed, and they're holding whatever the name of their shake is in every other post, are you now going to follow them? Why? But they were posting some interesting things. They were, and that's what made you go and look at their page. But now you see all these posts, and you can tell that they do what? They sell. So I need you, this is your first assignment. God bless you. Was someone murdered or was that a sneeze? I love you. Just want to make sure. So how many of you, if I went to your page right now, I could figure out that you do something with Beachbody? How many, just be honest, let's be honest. It's either in your profile, it's your handle, or you've posted a picture with you and your shake, or you've talked about PIO, or you've talked about I'm coming, I love what I do for Beachbody. Hey, just, y'all need to be honest right now, put your hands up. Can I in the last 30 days figure out that you do something with Beachbody? Hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Okay, cool. Some of you are like, no, because I heard you at Summit. Yeah. Good job. And that's new. And I know this is going to be confusing for some of you because you've learned either from an upline coach or from watching someone who's really successful, right? And they're doing it, but how do you know it's working for them? Maybe they're really successful because it did work and they were able to build that up in the past. But now if I go to your social media and I can tell that you work for a network marketing organization, that tells me that you sell. You sell. And if you look at the very top people in the organization, they're not doing that. They're actually not doing that. So, the first thing I want you to write down is, don't tell me you plan to sell me. If your name is Beachbody Trina J23, I know you sell. If every day you're posting a picture of you and your day 220 of this shake, day 220 that I've told people that I'm going to sell them this if they talk to me. Does anyone have a shaker cup that says Shakeology on it? I mean, like, okay, bring that here. Thank you, love. So, and I disclaimer, this is not Beachbody's recommendation. I don't know that they necessarily agree with my opinion, but it works, so you do with it what you choose. Side effects include swollen bank accounts, but you do with it what you choose. Healthiest meal of the day, which is great, except when now I glance at that, and now what do I know? I know the name of what you drink, don't I? And I know the company from which it comes from. Thank you. So here's the problem. If I know the name of this, let me explain to you what happens. I'll give you another example. Thank you, sweetheart. Yep. What was your name?
Laura.
Big round of applause for Laura Shaker Cup. This is like literally I'm on a tight leash. I like it. So this is a true story. I watched an Instagram video of a girl putting on a lipstick that stays on for 24 hours. This is a true story. And then she said the name of the lipstick, Stain, It's a stain, a lip stain. The ladies are like, And I was like, oh, I love that color. And she said the name of it, the brand, the color, the company that she works for, and how much it cost. Now, what did I do?
Google
I
it.
went to her competition. Your competition is Google. It's not another coach. I mean, eventually it could be another coach, but your competition is Google. So I immediately thought, oh, she sells this. Therefore, I won't get it from her because I don't want to get talked into selling it too. I just want it. So I Googled it and found out I could buy it from a distributor or I could buy it on Amazon. I went and bought it on Amazon. Exactly. My girls. And so I bought the lip stain for the family from Amazon. Okay, so what did she do wrong?
Gave you all the information.
No, which is like, cool, thank you. So when you post, here's my shake, here's the company that I work for, here's the name of my shake, here's about how much it costs per day, what don't I know? I know everything. Now I just have to figure out like where I can buy it and not have to interact with someone who's gonna sell me. So now what I do is I Google it. And if you Google the name, just do this for fun later today. Google the name of any network marketing organization. The first thing will pop up is the word scam next to every network marketing organization. Is Beachbody a scam? Is Herbalife a scam? Is LipSense a scam? Or pyramid scheme, that's the other term, right? So that's the first thing that's gonna pop up and people are gonna be like, I don't wanna do this. So all you're doing is giving them all the information that they need to not interact with you. Does that make sense? So we don't wanna tell people that we're selling them, especially when you have competition. The only reason why I would ever buy from you is if I liked you, because I need to have a relationship with you so that I can trust you enough to know that you're not going to sell me. That's the bottom line. And it's not a radical change from what you're doing. It's actually going to be a little bit easier, and it's kind of fun to build curiosity without trying to spill the beans. In other words, you're dripping hints. If I go on Snapchat or Instagram stories or whatever, and I talk about something and I give all the details, whatever I don't give all the details to, I can anticipate getting all the questions about that thing. That's why, like, when I am on social media, you'll hear me say, okay, here's where I got this. I bought this on Amazon. It costs X amount of dollars. Here's the good, here's the pros, here's the cons, here's the colors it comes in. Because otherwise, if I don't give you all that information, you're going to come back at me with questions. But I don't sell it. So I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it. If I did sell it, I wouldn't tell you very much. I would just tell you enough to get you curious so that I'm intentionally throwing something out there so you have to ask me some questions. For example, that's right. For example, if I were to say, hey guys, I'm starting this new program. It's called Shift Shop. It's really athletic. My husband's excited for me to do it with me. My kids, how many days is Shift Shop?
21.
It's 21 days. I'm starting a challenge group that's free. It's a free challenge group. What does free tell people? How much is free worth? Nothing. I don't have to tell them it's going to cost something, but do I need to tell them it's free? Right? I'm doing a free challenge group. It's 21 days. It's called Shift Shop. It's by Beachbody. I got these amazing results from it. Here's what it looks like. Let me show it to you on DVD. Here's a little. Okay, and now here's me all sweaty after it. This is me sweaty after it. So now if you are curious, you know this person does what? They sell it. But what if I were to say this? I've been trying to find something my husband and I could do together in terms of fitness for the last 10 years. I didn't like anything. I don't like the music. I don't like the dance moves. I always lost interest. The instructor didn't keep me entertained. But now I found this program, and the instructor is so down to earth and so fun, and just kind of reminds me of my high school athletic career, and it's something my husband and I love doing together, and he's looking so hot. Like, he's got abs now. He didn't have abs even when I married him, and he looks so good, the kids are doing it, and it's just been amazing. Done. And now you're like, what is it? Well, what is that? What is it, you know? But if you give them everything, they already know all they need. What's called creating the gap. So I need you to create a gap. Guys, I have struggled for the longest time to get my kids to eat anything healthy. They just won't. If they just think it tastes disgusting, and I feel sometimes like a bad mom because I don't want my kids being loaded up with sugar. But they don't want to eat carrot sticks for lunch. They don't think celery is fun. I couldn't disguise vegetables with enough cheese. There isn't enough cheese in Wisconsin to get them to eat broccoli. But I found this kids drink that they're eating their broccoli, they don't even know. They think they're having a milkshake. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm just gonna keep talking about it like that. Now what are you gonna do? But if I hold up the packet and I say it's called Daily Sunshine, and I tell you how much it costs, and I tell you where you can get it from and what company makes it, now what do you have? Everything you freaking need. What do you need from me? Nothing. You need nothing from me. There's no opportunity for us to connect. Does that make sense? Now think about anything that you're excited about, that you're doing. What about coming here today? How do you talk about that? I'm part of I want you to join my team. Like, that's another thing that's just getting overused and overused. Join my team, join my team, join my team. That sounded really great like a year ago, but now everyone's saying join my team, and as soon as you hear someone say join my team, what do you think? Oh, it's network marketing, right? How about let me mentor you? I'd love to mentor you. I want to help people with their goals. I want to help people get organized. I want to help people figure out their lives. That's a little bit more interesting and much more vague, isn't it? Than join my Beachbody team. Join my team. So what is it you could say about today? I really want this to be something you can take away from and go, I understand how to apply this. What could you say about your workout? What could you say about today? What were you doing here? Learning. So how would you write what you did today? Maybe a networking event, maybe. Sometimes the word networking freaks people out, but that's better than saying, I was at a Beachbody event. This is a network marketing organization that I joined a year ago. Like, I would say, personal development is the key to success. It makes me happy, I'm more fulfilled, I'm a better husband, I'm a better wife. I'm happier with who I am today. I know I'm on a journey, I have purpose, and so much of that is because of personal development. And personal development is something I regularly believe in. I'm going to clear my schedule. I'm going to do what I need to do in order to improve myself because I know it makes an impact on my legacy. The legacy I leave with my friends, my family, my children. And that's what I did today. No mention of Beachbody. No hashtag Shakeology. Do you know if you use the hashtag Shakeology, hashtag PIO, hashtag whatever it is, hashtag the name of your team, do you know who that attracts?
Other coaches.
Other coaches. I don't know if you know this, but you can't sign up a coach who's already a coach. So what are you doing trying to attract them? They're the only ones that know about the word Shakeology. They're the only ones that know about Shift Shop. They're the only ones, these are terms specific to us. So it's like, have you ever been around a group of people who are, their industry is so specialized, you think they might as well be talking French, right? And you're like, I don't even know what lingo you guys are using. That's what our social media posts tend to look like when we're using all the same terms and terminology. Use other terms that people who have no clue what any of this is about are interested in. And it doesn't have to relate to fitness. There's so much more to you than fitness. So much more that's interesting. If you're just funny, if you're just helpful, if you're just creative, if you're just into horses or homeschooling, whatever it is, that's what you should be posting on the most because that's what you'll connect with people with. And do you know what percentage of people want to get in better shape and be healthier? About 99. 99% of people, even the healthiest, most fit people who we don't even like them anyways, even they think they need to get in better shape and be more fit and be more organized. So don't lead with the thing that's everybody has that. Like, everybody wants to get fit and be healthier. So lead with a thing that's actually specific to you, because then you're going to really connect with the narrowed down niche. And the riches are in the niches, as they say. Likes in social media wear thin. Questions win. Write that down, please. Likes wear thin. Questions for the win. All right. Most people, what they're doing in social media is trying to create a post that's going to get a lot of likes. And then what we do is we keep going back and hitting refresh to see how many likes we got, right? And you just keep going back and you keep hitting refresh and keep hitting refresh and see if you got any likes. And then you feel like, oh, this post didn't do well if it doesn't get many likes. And so what we do in order to try to create likes is we try to like make ourselves look really likable, right? Then we're like, well, this should give me a lot of likes. But the problem with likes is they don't mean anything anymore. First of all, we don't even like things anymore. We just look and scroll. We just do this, right? So if you're wondering why all your likes are down, it's because that's one extra step we ain't got time for anymore. It's like, I saw you. My son said the other day, he goes, Mom, why didn't you just like 30 of my posts? And I'm like, well, because I'd seen them all. I just had forgotten to like them. And I wanted to give you that gratuitous little heart, you know, but most of us, how many of you just scroll and you don't stop and like things, you just look. Hands up if you just scroll, and you appreciate it. Oh, you do this kind of like, I should do something like that.
Yep.
Right? That's what we do. We don't even take the time to like it anymore, so don't worry about the likes. The likes aren't telling you anything. Your goal shouldn't be for people to go like this, or for people to go like this. Your goal should be for people to go, what is that? I wonder where she got that. I wonder what she's talking about. I wonder what he does for a living. Your goal with all social media posts should be to elicit curiosity. What is she talking about? What is that drink? What is this workout that has changed her body so? That's your goal. Write that down. My goal is to get people to ask me questions. I saw a social media post while I was at the Beachbody Summit event that we had in New Orleans, and it came through in my feed. It was a coach that I follow, and she looked real cute, and she had on a real cute outfit, and she had on all the wear, all the Beachbody wear, and she had on, you know, cute new tennis shoes, and she looked real good. And her post underneath it, her comments were telling people how she felt so amazing after having been part of a test group for one of our new programs, listed the name of the program, listed how many days it was, told them the name of the trainer whose program it was, gave you everything. Below it were a ton of comments and questions. Every question to her was, where are those shoes from? Where can I get those shoes? Girl, those shoes. How many questions were there about the program? 0. I would have just taken the very same post and have said, a year ago, I would never have posted a photo like this showing my physique because I wasn't proud of my physique. But since then, I've fallen in love with an online program. I'm doing a daily workout, and it has really given me the confidence to post these kinds of things on social media. And even though it scared me at first, it's amazing what a workout can do for your inner strength. Just one workout. And then people would have asked, not about the shoes, but about the workout. Below that, I might have even said, shoes are by Nike, you can get them, blah, blah, blah. Anything that you don't want to answer questions about, give them that information. But anything you want them to ask you questions about, drip curiosity. Make them curious. All right? Questions for the win. Now listen, those questions go both ways. just said to you, what is this program that you do? If you come right back at, well, oh, it's called PIO, and I can get it for you at a discount, blah, 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 blah. Now, what do you already, I've asked one question, but what are you already doing? Telling me. I would just come back with more information, say, it's an amazing program, I love it, and I would give them lots of details, like it's low impact, it's low intensity, it's ideal for people who really want to build core strength, don't have a lot of time for exercise, but I'm curious what it is you're looking for in a fitness program. See, I came back at them with another question without giving them the answer that they were waiting for. Did you see what I just did? Did you get that? So come back with another question to them, giving them enough information to make them still curious. But if I don't ask them a question, I don't know what they need, right? I recently had a person reach out to me on Instagram and they said, Chalene, I want to do your program, Marketing Impact Academy. Where do I sign up for it? That was awesome. That's I could just have sent her the link. But instead I thought, well, I don't know if she's ready for the Marketing Impact Academy. I don't know if this is the right course for her. And the last thing I want to do is betray her trust by suggesting that she do a program that's not right for her, that doesn't suit her needs. So instead I asked her, are you a business owner? Are you considering starting a business? Great. Then she came back and told me that. I said, where are you in terms of business? How organized are you? Does your Dropbox look like a closet on a fat day after you've tried on everything and everything's now on the floor? Is that what your Dropbox looks like? Because if that's what your Dropbox looks like, if your passwords are all the same, pretty much, on all of your platforms, if you don't have a virtual assistant working for you yet, if you don't have systems for, if you have 10,000 emails that have been unread, then Marketing Impact Academy is not for you. So tell me what your business, I had to ask her more questions so that I could give her the right recommendation. I'm not gonna just sell her the thing that's on promo. I don't know if what's right for you. First is nutrition. I need to find out, how interested are you in just exercising? Because if exercising is the last thing in the world this person wants to do because they have 100 pounds to lose, what could you start with? Nutrition, right? But you don't know that unless you ask questions. Likes wear thin, questions for the win. I'm going to keep repeating these because when you leave here and you go and work with your team, or people say, what did you learn? I want you to be able to repeat it in 3 sentences. Because I've gone to see speakers and I thought, I can't remember, but it was funny. I know I liked them, but I can't remember what it was about. Okay, you're going to remember. Number 1 is don't tell me you're going to sell me. Number 2 was likes wear thin, questions for the win. All right, here's the next one. Borrowed words are for the birds. And I use the word words because it rhymes, that's all. But really what I mean is just borrowed strategies. So one of my friends, who also happens to be a Beachbody coach, I follow her every day in social media, and she posts awesome stuff. I love watching her little snippets on Instagram stories and Snapchat. But then all of a sudden one day, she started posting these really weird sped up dance videos every day. And I'm like, what is going on? And it was so weird. I'm like, this is so not her. What is she doing? And my husband was like, what is she doing? I'm like, I don't know. That's not good. You need to tell her. Being the friend that I am, I just said, back to her, and she goes, what's I'm like, just, I'm not saying anything, but, if that's making you go, what? Then you already know something's wrong, right? You already know this ain't right. So anyways, I had a little heart-to-heart with her, and I said, what is this little thing you're doing? And she goes, oh, well, I listened to a national wake-up call, and one of the top coaches is doing this thing, and it's killing it, and she's just dancing, and I was like, that explains why my feed was filled with coaches doing the same thing, and it was so awkward. So awkward. Just no, don't do that. It worked on that other girl, but it's not working the same way on you. Are you with? Have you seen this? That's just one recent example, but I see it all the time. Where you see what somebody else is doing, you're like, hey, I should try that. These weren't meant for me. It's not my style. It's not my gender. It just doesn't work. So it's got to be you. It's got to be you, and it can't be borrowed. Another example of this is the PIO infomercial. So the PIO infomercial we tested for the first time 3 years ago, and it tanked. It was Maria Menounos. She was the host of it, and it was a great show. We spent a fortune, over $1 million just in the production, filming production. We paid a studio audience to come in and do this. I'm the creator of the program, and then they had Maria Menounos, who is this tall without heels on. And she came in a dress and Christian Louboutin heels, and she's this tall. And they had me wear my tennis shoes. They're like, "You come in fitness gear." I'm like, "Well, yes, of course. It's a fitness program, and we're going to pretend that it's a talk show." Okay, pretending. Okay, and you're going to be like the fitness expert. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll pretend to be the fitness expert. Okay. And so then, we went to film the first scene, and I came running out, and it was like this. So I created the program, and I could tell, like, this. I felt awkward because I came up to like her belly button, and she was like, "Oh, that's so cute." And I knew it was a problem because then the director, they were like, and they all were like, whispering in my ear, and I go, "Chalene, could you come here?" And they go, "Do you have anything else you could wear?" And I go, "Like, what? And they go, do you have like any heels?" I'm like, and meanwhile I'm wearing fitness apparel. I'm like, "With this?" And they go, "Well, like, do you have an outfit?" I had an outfit, a blue jumper in my suitcase, and a pair of platform monster heels that I was going to go to dinner in after the shoot that night. And they go, "Wear it." I'm like, "All right, yeah, this seems very fitness-esque." So the infomercial is me, and you'll sometimes see the old one. It's me in like monster platform heels and a jumper next to Maria Menounos, and she's still 3 feet taller than me, right? And it's just me just doing this. Applauding every time they like introduce a new testimonial person. That's what it was. So that show tanked. It just eked by, and they kept testing it and changing the offer and changing the price and changing. And it was exactly the formula. Here's why we did that show. Because it was the formula that was working for other infomercials. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? It was the formula that it was the one coach who's killing it because she's dancing around, and then every coach trying to kill it dancing around. And we were just trying to copy what was working for, but how authentic was that for me? Not at all. And I created the program, so it really felt a disconnect. We disconnect from you when it's not authentic to you. Don't do it like the way someone else does it. They write long posts, you don't write long posts, you shouldn't write long posts. They write short posts, you write a book, you should write a book. You should do what is natural to you. Don't do what somebody else does because it's working for them, because it probably won't work for you. You can't wear somebody else's fingerprints. Your DNA is unique to you. So when Carl called and said, "Chalene, the show, we're not sure if we're going to run it again this first quarter, do you have any ideas for hosts?" And I said, "Well, I would like someone who's under 5'2". B, she needs to be my freaking age. C, she needs to be under 5'2". And I said, "And I know someone, and her name is Chalene. Let me do it." And he said, "Okay, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, it won't cost you a thing. Let me just open up my phone and let me just film it from my iPhone." And Carl was like, "Cool, go for it. Let's see what we can do, but I need it by Christmas." And this was like the second week of December. I'm like, okay. And so I literally opened up my phone, and maybe you've seen the infomercial for PIO, but if you haven't, look for it late at night and record it. Because what I want you to see is that there's nothing scripted, and it is me from my iPhone, and it is me who did the hair and makeup. It is me. There was no stylist picking out clothes I would never wear, right? It's me talking to you like I would on Snapchat. It's grainy. I didn't even know how to change the settings on my phone. I should have filmed it in 4K. I didn't. It's like completely grainy. But the reason why it works is because it's just me. It's not me trying to be another infomercial. The only thing that's going to work for you is just you being you, and you talking about you, and you talking about things that are interesting to you, and not trying to check in every single day with fitness. Because for most people, you checking in every single day about fitness, it kind of makes me feel bad about myself, because I'm not doing that. You know, I just talk to me the way you would talk to your friend. You don't call your friends every day and say, hey, guess what? Just killed my workout. So what are you doing? Because I'm drinking the healthiest shake of the day. That's different. That's new. That's 2017, 2018. So if you want to be ahead of the game, use social media like you're talking to your friend, not that you're talking to 300 prospective clients or prospective customers. Talk to the phone like it's your friend, okay? And also, make sure we know who you are. We don't know who you are if you're always using a filter. Yeah, we kind of have to know who you are, right? And so that my recommendation to you is to be who you are. Share the things that you're truly curious about. Don't worry about what all the other coaches are doing, that you're not cute enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not tall enough, you're not blah, blah, blah enough. Because there can only be that one person who's doing that correctly. I need you to be persistent with this and to give it some thought. So I'd like to take just the next couple of minutes right now on paper, because I see everyone's got pads of paper. This is awesome. And I want you to just write down, because I know some ideas have jumped into your head and you haven't had a chance to write them down. I want you to take this time right now. I'm going to set my phone. We got off every day. Most of us don't post often enough. How many of you don't post often enough because you can't make it look that pretty? Hands up. Hands up, hands up. You just can't make it look that pretty. And you're like, I just need this to be super inspirational. You really don't, not anymore. You need to be super real. And if you look at what's working in marketing these days, if you look, pay attention to commercials now. What you're seeing is not even full screen video. They're now trying to make commercials look like Snapchat and Instagram stories. They're trying to make them look like that. They're trying to make them look real. They're trying to make them look imperfect. Do you know what food photos get the highest number of likes according to BuzzFeed? September 2017. Food pics that are messy. Yeah. How you like that, Janelle? In her defense, there is a difference between messy and disgusting. I post disgusting photos. I'm not a good food photographer. They're disgusting, but they taste delicious. But my point is, real works. And you guys, real is so much easier. So free yourself of the burden you feel to be perfect and to post perfect shit on Instagram. Oh, sorry, young man. Because sometimes we look at that stuff and we just look at it and just to be annoyed. Are there people you follow, they're so perfect, you watch them just because it's annoying that they're so perfect? Hands up. And you're like, and you screenshot and you send it to your friend, you're like, look at this. Yeah. How ridiculous is this? You know it, don't you? Yes. Yes. Do you know that you can now, this is a bonus point, how many of you have done the iOS 11 update? Do you know that you can screen record what's happening on your phone? Yes! Mm-hmm. Android people, you need to go. I'm just kidding. Because the Android people, you guys are like, yeah, finally, we've been able to do that for 3 years or whatever. But so all you do now is you can swipe up and you tap record screen. Now let's say that I'm training you to be a new coach and I want to show you how to, I don't know, go to your back office or do something on your phone. I can literally do it on my phone. It'll take a screen recording of everything I'm doing on my phone and then it saves to my camera roll. I know, it's the new iPhone update. It takes about 15 minutes to download, so that's a bonus point. You're welcome. My point is that now you can actually record other people's Snapchats and Instagram stories, etc., and use those things later for inspiration. But inspiration is one thing, and when we're new to any business, the best thing to do is to look at what other people are doing, but listen to this. This part's really, really important. Success leaves clues. But if you're watching what another coach is doing who's successful, remember, they may have started 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. So they aren't in the same position as you. When someone says that they're trying to do all the things that I'm doing, I'm like, I've been in business for 30 years. You shouldn't, in your second year of business, you shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You're not there yet. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to bankrupt yourself. You're going to get so far ahead, it will fail. Look at someone who's brand new to coaching. What are they doing? Because they've had to figure it out in the same environment that you're in. See, once you're successful, now you've got that momentum. So the person who you're looking at who's been doing this for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, they got their momentum 5 years ago. So you trying to do what they're doing today doesn't make sense, right? You need to do what someone who's brand new and who is successful is doing, but only use it as inspiration. Don't replicate or duplicate exactly. If you have a pad of paper out now, I want you to draw, or go to a new page if you will. Go to a new page. All right, and I'm going to have you put 4 words like this. So if you think of 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 and 3, or 9 and 3. At the very top at 12 o'clock, I want you to write down, never start. At 3 o'clock, I want you to write failure. At 6 o'clock, I want you to write quit. At 9 o'clock, I want you to write perfection. Okay, now, perfection and failure is how most people think. They think in terms of perfection or failure. And they think, I need to do this right, and if I don't do it right, then I effed up. I'm a failure. And this stems typically from something about the way we were raised or our childhood environment. Like maybe your parents didn't even instill that belief in you, but that's the message you took away as being a child. Is like, I got to do this right. If I don't do it right, then it doesn't count, and therefore I failed. Right? And so a lot of people, especially if you hold yourself to that super high expectation, like I gotta get this right. If I don't get it right, then it's a failure. You're striving for perfection. And does perfection exist? Of course it doesn't. So now what you're doing is you're giving yourself 2 options, one that doesn't even exist. So what's your only other option? What's your only other option if perfection doesn't exist? Say it. Failure, right. And how many of you want to fail? None. None of us want to fail. So then what we do is we try to invent 2 other alternatives. How about I never start? Then I don't have to fail, and I don't have to worry that it wasn't perfect. And so if I'm always fixing this, if I'm always getting ready, it's the people who are like, you know what, I need to become a Beachbody coach, but I need to lose more weight first. I need to put myself out there in social media, but I need to be more successful first. I need to recruit people onto my team, but first I think I need to be more successful before I can do that. Those are the people who are never starting. You never really start because you can keep perfecting it. And once it's perfect, well then I'll launch. You know, I'll put this out. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to paint this picture. I'm going to get myself together, and then when I'm ready, I'll present it to the world. How many of you over-perfect things? I mean, we all do from time to time something. We're all guilty of it, right? So there's an option, and the other option is the quit, right? But people never label it as quitting. They say things like, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't my thing. I didn't like selling. I'm just not into it. I've got too much going on. I couldn't devote the time to it. My husband wasn't supportive. I couldn't afford Shakeology. I can afford all the junk food I eat, but I can't afford Shakeology. Right? So we quit, but we don't ever call it what it is. That's just quitting with an excuse attached to it. But the reason why we do that is because we don't want to fail, right? And the reason why we never start and we just keep perfecting things is because we don't want to And it's our only option. It's perfection or failure. And so we will never start, and we will quit before we fail. And I'm here to tell you that the most successful people that you know have had the most failures. My sister and I, Janelle is very successful in this business, and really successful in this business, and I've never given her a coach. Never. People say that. I've heard that rumor, and I will take these hoops off, and I will come for you. Because I've never given her a coach. If that were the case, then I would give my mom some coaches. Which is also not going to happen. Or my brother. Janelle is successful at this business. My brother is successful in his business, which isn't a Beachbody business, but he is successful in his business. My sister is successful in her business. I am successful in my business, which also is not a Beachbody business. What my husband and I do, we work with Beachbody, but our business is not Beachbody. But we are successful because we'll do it messy. We'll do it messy and fix it later. Do you understand? Do it messy and fix it later. Because if you don't do it messy, you have two other options: quit or never start. I'm going for failure, because the only way I'm going to be successful is if I fail. It is the only way I will be successful. The only reason why PIO has been the #1 infomercial since it launched in January, the #1 infomercial. Have you been hearing about that? Probably not, but I'll tell you about it. Is because it failed. The reason why our marriage is stronger is because we've had failures. The reason why my closest friends are my deepest, dearest friends is because we've failed. And we've said, I still love you. We can get through this. This didn't go as I had hoped. We can fix this. Every time you fail, you get closer to being more successful. If you don't fail, you will never, do you hear me? Never, ever get there. Every great invention, every miracle cure, everything you own, everything you're wearing right now is a result of someone failing and failing and failing and failing and fixing it and fixing it and fixing it and making it better. So if you want your business to succeed, you need to do it messy. Fix it. Let it fail. It's not truly a failure. If you want to label it as such, that's fine. But the only way you're going to get ahead is if you do it messy and fix it and move on. That has been my motto. It's good enough for now. I will fix this. It's good enough for now. I'll fix this. Do you promise me you'll do it messy? I'm asking you to raise your hands and tell me you will do it messy. You will have your first webinar. You will do your first training call. I don't even know what to say. I've got one person, but if no one shows up, so what? Do it messy. See what happens. I don't know how to talk to somebody about the business. Yeah, and you won't until you do it wrong. Fail. Do it messy. Just do it. I don't know how to post about, I don't know how to run a challenge group. Yeah, great. Do it and do it like it's a wreck. Just make a disaster out of it, because the next time it'll be better. And you're not even going to believe this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. And I hope that on faith you'll trust that it's true. You won't die. It can be a little embarrassing, but you won't die. You gotta do it good enough for now. I don't have enough time in the day to tell you all the immense failures, thank God, that I've had in my life. And you need them too. So I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, on that high note, to go out and fail! And for those of you who will be staying here to do some PIO with me, and if it's your first PIO class, I hope it's messy! Thank you so much for having me here today, guys. I love you.
Messy! Make it messy! Corey, I'm going to forgive you for getting this whole crowd to cheer from Michigan. I'm going to forgive you. You know I heard you in the lobby, and I'm going to forgive you, because we're going to root for Michigan State today. Just for you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me be here. You're amazing. Love you. Let's give just the three of us. Good picture. Give me your Corey.
I know.
Awesome. Thank you.